Next is an important one for your protection. We're going to set up a passcode lock on your device. We've given you a code specifically for you to use for your passcode lock. This, again, is for your protection because email is readily available. We want to make sure you and you alone use your iPad.
Now, to do this, the first thing you have to do is get out of this program. Everybody remember what button gets you out of everything? Yep. It was that home button. So I'm going to push the home button up here to get out. When I get out, I'm going to go into settings. So I push on the screen to get out of the screen, and I got to look for where settings are at. Let's see, I think, and if I can't even find it, I think it's up there.
Right side underneath the cardinal.
Oh, right side underneath the cardinal, right there. It's in productivity. Now, for settings, put this one out at the bottom, you push on it. Now this one will be one that a lot of the students will play in and change a lot of different things in there because it is going to be your individual device. I would suggest don't change everything now. But what we're going to do is we're going to set a passcode lock for the device. What it means is this is the number that you're going to punch in to open the device. And this will also be the number that makes sure that, hey, your friend doesn't start sending emails to absolutely everybody under your account. Or sends a love letter to your teacher on your account. Something like that. Now, so to do that, when you go down by general over on this other side, it says auto lock. Right now it says never, and underneath it says passcode lock. You are going to set the passcode lock to a specified number that is on that sheet of paper. It says passcode lock. We're requiring you to set it to this passcode lock because if you forget the number, we can go back and look this number up. If you do not set it to this number and you set it to something random, which you will get in trouble for, it means that if you forget it, we wipe the device completely clear to get past that passcode lock. Okay? That means anything you have on there gets wiped off. So, I push on the passcode lock. I turn passcode on up near the top. Right there. And you will punch in the number that is on the sheet of paper. We didn't do this earlier because this would have meant any time that we were going to touch the device, we'd have to try to find out what every one of the passcode locks was, and that wasn't going to work out well for us. So, now mine, I'm just going to go real simple. 1, 1, 1, 1. And it asks a second time. 1, 1, 1, 1. And now the passcode lock is set. The next thing. Right now it says required passcode immediately. What seems to be a good amount of time is about 5 minutes. If you leave your iPad alone for 5 minutes, you probably want it to be locked up. Now, on this, right after this setting it for 5 minutes, now the reason we want to set it is because some of your friends like to get into your stuff. Most of you do not like it if they go through your purse, your backpack, or something like that. Since this is your life, you probably don't want them to go through your path. Okay? Now, some of your friends I'm sure you trust. Others, you might not want them to go through all of your stuff. Now, the one thing you'll also want to check, down at the very bottom of this screen it says erase data. You want to make sure that is off. The main problem with that nice little button, it's a great security feature. The only problem is if you have a friend who just likes to punch in numbers, some of you might have friends who like to punch numbers a lot of times, if they do it 10 times wrong, it erases everything off the device. Some of you know your friends who will punch in a number more than 10 times, just trying to see if they can figure out your passcode. Okay? So that one has to be made sure that it says off on it. Now, what that will mean, when you restart the device and it's after 5 minutes, it'll pull up the screen that says punch in your passcode. If you punch it in, you're in. Okay? But you're going to have to remember that number.